Everything started like a completely normal day in Super Bear Adventure. Nothing looked strange. The desert was quiet. The enemies were weak. And I thought this would be an easy adventure. But then, I saw something moving in the distance. At first I thought it was just a normal boss, until it stood up. And that's when I realized they became giants. Not just bigger, absolutely massive. These monsters were so huge they could destroy rocks, trees, and entire buildings with one attack. And somehow, they kept getting bigger every few minutes. I honestly think this is one of the most cursed things ever added to the game. Because after the first giant appeared, the entire world started changing. The sky became darker, the music changed, and strange monsters started spawning everywhere around me. That's when I knew I was trapped inside a giant invasion. But the scariest part? The giants were evolving. Every new monster looked stronger than the last one. First we had the giant desert bear, then the giant corrupted monster, then a frozen giant king appeared from nowhere. And trust me, the Ice King almost destroyed me instantly. But somehow that wasn't even the strongest enemy. Because later in the video you'll see the final giant mutation. And I promise, it should not exist in Super Bear Adventure. Before we continue, look at the size of this thing compared to me. It's literally bigger than an entire castle. How is this even possible? So my mission became simple. Survive the giant invasion, find the hidden weapon, and defeat every giant before they destroy the entire map forever. Sounds easy, right? Nope. Because every 10 seconds something worse happened. The ground started exploding under my feet. Random enemies turned giant instantly. And some monsters became so strong they could throw me across the whole map with one hit. I seriously thought my save file was over, but then I discovered something hidden deep inside the desert temple. At first it looked like a normal cave, until I entered it, and saw hundreds of giant footprints on the floor. That's when I realized something much bigger was hiding underground. And a few seconds later, it woke up. The entire screen started shaking, the walls cracked apart, and the biggest giant in the entire game climbed out of the darkness. I'm not joking. This thing was terrifying. Its eyes were glowing red. Its attacks destroyed everything around it, and every time it roared, smaller monsters spawned everywhere. I had absolutely no idea how to beat this thing. So I started running, but then the impossible happened. Another giant appeared behind me. Now there were two giant bosses chasing me at the same time. And somehow, the game became even more cursed after that, because one of the giants started mutating right in front of me. Its arms became bigger, its body changed color, and it became faster than every boss I've ever seen before. At this point, I knew if I didn't stop them soon, the entire world would be destroyed. So I searched the map for a legendary weapon everyone said was impossible to find. And after almost dying multiple times, I finally found it, hidden near the frozen ruins. But getting the weapon activated the final event. Suddenly the sky turned blood red. Lightning crashed everywhere, and all the giants across the map started moving toward me together. This was it. The final battle. Me versus the giant army. No teammates, no escape. No second chances, and honestly, I didn't think I could survive. Especially after the giant king transformed into his final form. I have never seen anything this insane before. Its attacks covered the entire screen. The ground exploded constantly, and every hit almost eliminated me instantly. But then, something unbelievable happened. The weapon started glowing, and for a few seconds, I became powerful enough to fight back. Now the giants were the ones running from me. But the final monster still refused to die. Even after everything, it kept getting stronger. And what happened at the very end completely shocked me. Because the final giant revealed a secret form nobody was supposed to see. I'm serious. This might actually be the most overpowered monster in Super Bear Adventure history. Can I stop the giant invasion before the entire world gets destroyed forever? Or is this finally the end of Super Bear Adventure? Watch until the end because the final moments become absolute chaos.
Trouble comes knocking, I'm already at the door. Always the one standing, you'll be the one on the floor. The bravest in the west, rolling over the canyon. And I am the second to know. I'll never let you go. You can't escape the justice and the laws. I found your track, and I meet your eye. And then in a flash, I won the battle. Silhouette in the distance. Enforcing the law, they always surrender. Defending the world, they call me a savior. There's no need of protection. I'm the sheriff, the holder of power. Restoring the peace and masking the liars. Enforcing the law, they always surrender. Defending the world, they call me a savior. You know I'll find where you are. Hey, outlaw, gonna catch you. On my chest like the star, you can go far. What you gonna do? You'd like to fly or run away. When I'm here, you gonna stay. You better hide underground, cause I'm gonna hunt you down. Trouble comes knocking, I'm already at the door. Always the one standing, you'll be the one on the floor. The bravest in the west, ruling over the canyon. Chasing in my land, I am the second to none. I'll never let you go. You can't escape the justice and the laws. I found your track, and I meet your eye. And then in a flash, I won the battle. Silhouette in the distance, walking along the path. Always on a mission. Still need protection. I'm the sheriff, the holder of power. Restoring the peace and masking the liars. Enforcing the law, they always surrender. Defending the world, they call me a savior. Sheriff at your service, I'm sure you know my name. Anytime and anywhere, I'll come and save the day. I'm the law in this town, you all know my renown. No matter what, I never miss, I'm the hand of justice. Need to go, I'm called away. I've got some lives to save, I'm seeking so I can stay. I've got some cages to break.